Let's get some prize picks in today, guys. Last night's picks went terribly, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to hide my losses. I will always go over recaps in the next video. So this Denny and Kyle Kuzma pairing did hit, but of course in the wrong direction. But I do like seeing this because there is potential for this pairing to continue playing them throughout the season. Because now in the past 7 out of 10 games, if Kuzma is going over his points, then he's going over his assists and vice versa. So that's great to see. We're probably going to be playing this out throughout the season. Now the Jarrett Allen and Garland stack did not hit. And pretty close on Garland. Allen did end up hitting the over 10.5 points, but Garland missed by that 1 assist. Now, DeMar DeRozan, guys. Oh my God. This guy shot 2 threes, which is pretty much more than he's been shooting the past games in the first quarter. But he did not hit anything. I mean, he shot 6 field goals, 0 points. So just a terrible shooting night from DeRozan, at least in the first quarter. So there was great potential for that to hit, but just missed every single shot. Now, the last pick, Julius Randle, I said it was a pretty non-sweat, and I said it was good up to 19.5, and that one cashed. So get started on the picks. I do have a nice pairing with Jokic on the under points and Aaron Gordon on the under assists. So I know some of you might be thinking, why am I grabbing Jokic on under points with Jamal Murray out? I mean, Jokic just hit the over 31.5 in the past 3 games. I think he dropped like 35, 36 in the past 3 games since Murray's been out. But the bookmakers are saying there's a ton of value on the under points. And let's be honest, guys, this Clippers team has not been good since Harden has joined. They're 0-4 since he has joined. And the spread here is at -4.5, I believe. Let me find it right here. -4.5, which isn't amazing when you're looking for blowout potential. But, I mean, this Denver team is just indestructible. If this does end up in a blowout, I mean, Jokic is going to get less minutes. So is Gordon. And both of these are going to hit together. And if you check Jokic without Jamal Murray, I mean, we have to go back to last season to really see how it panned out. These past 3 games this season hit over that 31.5. But these other games, you could see, I mean, he is hovering under that 31.5 in these 6-7 games here. Hit it once in here. And then, you know, we're going too far back there. So that's, you know, I'm not too concerned about Jamal Murray being out and how that affects him. Also, the correlation between Aaron Gordon and Nikola Jokic, very strong. I mean, you could see when Gordon hit that over 4.5 assists, Jokic did hit that 36. And if you scroll through all of these and check, 9 out of 12 times they hit in the same direction. So I do really like this and the value on this. Look at this, -130 and -129 on Jokic and Aaron Gordon respectively. So independently, 56.5% for them to go under, but now we're correlating them in the same slip, and 9 out of 12 times they hit together. So very, very strong correlation slip here. And we're going to get into the next picks, which don't have much to do with correlation. We'll get into it. So the first one's going to be Duncan Robinson. Now, I like 2 of his props here. The first one's going to be either his under points, and the other one is going to be his under PRA, under 21.5. Robinson has been replacing Tyler Hero in the past 2 games, and you could see last game he did actually get 26 points, but I don't really see him as a consistent scorer. Also, they're up against Charlotte, and Hayward is game time decision, so you can check on RotoWire. Both Miller and Hayward are game time decisions. So if Hayward is out, I do see Butler getting more points than Robinson, for example. I mean, they're going to want to get the ball up to Butler more if he's playing versus a sub small forward, right? So Bam also has been doing very well this season, so I do see him getting the tail end of the points. So I don't like Duncan Robinson on the over points. Also, he's a bench player coming starter, so I don't really like taking players like that. You could also see the value on his under PRA is at -129, and his under points is at -126. So 56%-ish on both of those. But I'm actually going to go with his PRA since that one has a bit better value on it. So we grab under 21.5 PRA. Next, we're going to take another bench player come starter, and this is going to be on the Portland Trailblazers. And the replacement for Brogdon, so we're going to go with Mays, I believe his name is. So Skylar Mays, this guy is an assisting machine, honestly. If you take his over assist, I wouldn't blame you. It is looking real good, and this guy is more of a distributor more than a point scorer. And if you check his 15.5 points, obviously he's not going to hit it in these November 5th, 3rd, and 1st game because he didn't start. But last game, he just went right under that 15.5, and there is some good value on him if I show you on the OddsJuice dashboard at -126. Very similar to the Duncan Robinson pick. Pretty good pick all around. So for our last non-push line, we're going to actually go with Mikal Bridges on the under 3.5 assists. And I'll show you the value on this one too. So all these guys are above like 56% likelihood to hit. So it's always great to see when you're creating your entries. And the last pick I'm going to go with is a push line on Goga. We're going to grab his under 7 rebounds. 50% likeness to go under that 6.5. We're getting that half point of protection at 7. And this is going to be the last pick that we're going to lock in for 80 for 2K.